Right, hello everybody. Welcome back to FRL Season 10, Division 1, Round 12. Today we shall see who shall come out victorious in America. I am unfortunately not joined by Gus the Goose yet, but he shall be joining me very shortly. But for now, let the race begin very shortly. But as we wait for the race to start, let's have a look at what we expect or should be looking at of the table today. So according to Gus, who does all the stats, currently TJ is the most successful qualifying FRR history with 23 poles. So definitely he should be on the first place here today. But with obviously confirmed racing squad, TJ and Man Pifting securing the constructors title after getting so many 1-2s consistently. It's going well for them, but now it's just the World Drivers' Championship left. But let's see, as now the drivers head out. Let's see who's first to leave the pit lane. It seems it is TJ. And also, good updates we have is the timing screens. So now we can see all the sector times they are doing, who's setting the pace. So this will come really handy, and we shall be focusing on that later on. But for now, let's see who's first to start their final laps. There's no audio. As we ride on board with TJ now, let's see what he can do. He comes up to the line, starts his lap. He comes into T1. Let's see if he... He does T1 well. Let's see. What's his sector time as he comes towards sector 1 now. Completes it. Oh, it's Sebastian that sets the purple sector. It seems the timing sheet is having a bit of problem. But Sebastian is... No, they haven't started their laps. Apologies for all that. Or it seems the timing board is having a bit of a glitch. But TJ is still first on track. So let's see what he can do. As he sets purple. Yes, so the timing board is wrong, and I am right. So TJ sets purple sector. Sebastian closely behind and Man Pifting as well. But as TJ rounds the final few corners now, let's see. Can he secure provisional pole for now? Straight line it. No minimum drag. Comes to the line and he does a 1:22.5. Excellent lap from the Dutchman. As Sebastian just under 3/10 behind. Great lap from the Funny Group Racing driver number 24. And Man Pifting in P3. Other Flackies in P4. XR33 in P6. Just over a second behind. And Play Games does a 2.5 second lap ahead of the leaders. But right now it seems this is TJ's qualifying. And as we look at the timing sheets, it seems that T-Jerk had most of the lap right except sector 2, where Sebastian got the purple sector. Oh no, he didn't. So T-Jerk got sector 2 purple and sector 3 purple, but T-Jerk seems to be struggling in the first sector, so definitely more time to be made up here. But let's see what he can do. With over 6 minutes left of qualifying, it's all to play for, as big qualifying points could be earned here today. But let me see where Gus the Goose is, because this is very interesting, as he's the main man for the stats. Yes, it seems Gus the Goose has got the radar, so for now it's just be me on stream today, unless he joins. But as we see, Sebastian starts a lap. As going with Chris 2 goes second place. Only a 10th off T-Jerks. Good luck from the driver, Chris. As I think we are joined by Gus the Goose. Yes, we are joined by Gus the Goose. Welcome. Yes, we are joined by Gus the Goose. Welcome. Yeah, so I was just saying before, TJ seems to be controlling this qualifying session. But going with Christy sets the fastest sector. Can he keep the lap together? Slap it on pole. Let's see what he can do. Takes the chicane well. Doesn't hit the wall. Almost runs wide, but keeps it just within track limits. Straight lines it towards the end of sector 2 now. Let's see what he can do. And it's a green second sector, so it's all to play for. As Sebastian is P2 now. Less than a few milliseconds between second place and third place being Sebastian and Chris. As Chris corner cuts and the bots his lap. Such a shame. Absolutely. Well, let's see who can rise to the challenge of beating T-Jerk, the most dominant man this season so far in Division 1. As going with Chris seems to be bashing the wall a lot. Not going well for him on his outlap, but let's see what drivers can jump up the charts. As we see his tax in P4, starting his sector 2 now. Sebastian seems to be starting a lap as well. The timing board is very being funny today, but there might be a few bugs. Oh, I had you on mute the whole time. I'm sorry. I just realized. Yeah, you're on loudspeaker now. Like everyone can hear you. That's my fault.
They can hear me now?
Yeah, you're on stream now. I had you muted on OBS. That's my fault. You are lagging really badly. Yo, wow. Anyway,
Well, hello, my name is Gus the Goose. Welcome back to Formula ROBLOX League Season 10, and welcome back to the land of people who set their alarms to the wrong time zone, the United States of America, my home country. We're winding down the qualifying hour. T-Jerk is where he usually is, on provisional pole. It's fastest first sector for going with Chris 2 in the Swift GP car in the Hulk Hogan livery. I guess that's their idea of America. He had a great first sector earlier in this session, but he wasn't happy with his final sector, and that's a brutal chicane on the last little straight there in Sector 3. I've often dubbed it the Turnpike chicane because we are here in New Jersey. As we come off the Turnpike and onto the inner city section. Let's see how he can take it this time. We're right on board with the yellow and the black cars. Tio Chelvam goes up to P6, and these are the final laps. There's not enough time to start another lap. If you are going to take the flag here, you might have to do a double push if you want to improve. Better out of the last corner if you're going with Chris 2 in the Swift GP car.
I think he goes second.
Let's see what the lap is. It's only P2. T-Jerk is still on provisional pole.
Absolutely. As T-Jerk builds his lap with a bad second sector, that might be the end of qualifying. Unless the likes of Sebastian could keep his lap going together. Or he's about to start a lap, I think. Yeah, if you can set a wonderful last lap to break T-Jerk's heart, then he might secure pole here today. But right now, it seems it's T-Jerk's qualifying. But let's stick on board with Sebastian, as he seems to be the only one on the lap right now. Or just starting one. He does T1, T2 very well. Down into the famous long, medium straight. Almost clips the wall there. He's a green first sector, so he might be up on T-Jerk. I mean, he's not up on T-Jerk. He might be close to T-Jerk's time, so he's going well so far. Only a 10th off the pace. The infamous chicane
has been
takes
so often in Season 9 and Season 10. T-Jerk is the dominant force in qualifying.
Yeah, Sebastian was quite hesitant in that chicane there. He didn't get quite as close to the wall as other drivers here today. But let's see how his sector 2 looks. He wasn't that confident, but yeah, it's a red sector. Might hamper his chances here. And he corner cuts and he bails out. So that is the end of qualifying. So T-Jerk is the man to beat here today. But now, as all the drivers head onto the grid. Oh. As all the drivers head onto the grid now.
Don't worry, I've made that mistake like 12 times.
Yeah, as all drivers line up on the grid now, waiting for 5 lights to be ahead of them. Let's see.
Here in the United States of America, let's see who was born under the good sign and who has a blue moon in their eyes. We're in New Jersey. Let's bring this season to its final phases. Let's go! T-Jerk will lead this field to green, going with Chris 2, tucks in right underneath them. Sebastian Coteau immediately under pressure from Man Pifting into the first 2 corners. He seems to have held them off for now. Man Pifting has actually gone up to 3rd as he enters the 3rd corner. Sebastian Coteau down to 4th, Tax up to 5th. Not a lot of people here. There's good points on offer for people who want to turn their season around in the later phase. T-Jerk leads from going with Chris 2. From Man Pifting, both confirmed racing squads in the podium positions as they have been so often in this race. Man Pifting clears Gomi Chris 2. He's up to 2nd. He's looking to challenge his teammate, but T-Jerk, as always, has measured the start perfectly and is starting to build a gap from the champion of old.
Yes, but it seems now Man Pifting is tucking under the slipstream, trying to get the job done before the first couple of laps. But it seems out in front, T-Jerk is dominating, but not by much. But going with Chris 2 is back on the tail of Man Pifting, but with both of them in the slipstream is all to play for. But now we ride on board with the battle for third place.
Going into the Turnpike chicane, Man Pifting took the lead, but only briefly. T-Jerk fought him back and was better on the brakes.
yeah, your internet. Wow, anyway.
Kit Kat jumps up to 4th.
Yes. the battle for P4 is very one to look for, as we ride on both the play games now. Nothing between them. They're both Scuderia Squadra
I wish
drivers.
you could see what your stream looks like on my screen. I have no frames at all. I am.
Oh, am I not sharing my screen with you? Hang on. Yeah, I'm sharing with you. But back to the race, as we had some technical difficulties. Tic Cat sets the first fastest sector, purple. But it seems, yeah. So currently, we look at the timing board. Man Pifting has the fastest lap so far, but obviously that's while be beaten only a 1:23.9. But back to the leaders. T-Jerk and Man Pifting are slowly pulling away from going with Chris 2, but we're going with Chris 2 on the research stream. Anything can still happen, and he's only 1 second behind as Man Pifting sets a astonishing lap, 1:23.2, over 3/10 up on T-Jerk's time with only mediums. So definitely a slipstream is a powerful trait here in America. But now, T-Jerk sets the fastest first sector. So now T-Jerk is trying to set the force by even possibly going for a Grand Slam today. Gus, over to you. Hello, Gus. Wow, he's got bad luck.
Going down the long back straight, Gomi Chris 2 appears to be too far back to make a move now. 7/10 of a second. Meanwhile, the two confirmed racing squads are stuck together, as they have been so often in this season. The two Scuderia Squadra cars, back in their blue, pink, and white galactic colors, are fighting for 4th place, possibly a podium. If some drama happens for the drivers up ahead, we have seen that in the previous rounds. Drivers not usually on the podium, fighting for those positions near the end of the race. Goemi Chris 2 has fallen 1 second out of sync with the leaders, as Man Pifting will lead the field at the end of the 3rd lap, going on to the 4th one. He cuts the beam as the leader, but this is the section of the track where he has seemed to have been stronger than T-Jerk, but it is in the latter half where T-Jerk seems to strike back against his old rival.
As Tax, wait, who is Tax? Is 12th. What happened? He's over 20 seconds behind. 13 seconds, about 13 seconds out of Rockies. Holy, he must have had a bad start, or must have made a big gunner cut. But still out in front. Man Pifting and T-Jerk still dominating this race. With going with Chris 2 under pressure from play games. So Chris could make a mistake here, and Scuderia could get a good finish here today. But there's still over 26 laps left here in America. Oh, Man Pifting bashes the wall. Man Pifting bashes the wall, and now
fall into some sort of drama.
And now T-Jerk and Man Pifting are neck and neck down into T1. T-Jerk takes the lead. But for how long?
On the opening tours for Tax, a driver who has shown some serious pace in the past, but hasn't really been able to deliver this season.
Wow, you are like it. But now the back to neck and neck, because T-Jerk bashed the wall in sector 3. But let's focus on the battle for P3 actually. So P6 to P3 are all separated by less than, is that just over 1.5 seconds? So P3 is all to play for pretty much everyone from T Shelvin. No, actually no, Saucy Imposter down into, yeah, down from Saucy Imposter. Oh no. everyone in top 10 could be in for a shot of podium if loads of drama happened today. So definitely you are right when you said that not a lot of people were here and that a lot of points were up for grabs.
Going with Chris 2 is starting to come under some pressure from Play Games. Only 0.2 of a second there. Play Games appears to have making a dive down the inside of the second and third corner complex. Couldn't quite get the move done. Tucks into the slipstream of Going with Chris 2. Play Games got his first podium of the season last time out in what is his final season, and has done a streak, therefore, of getting a podium in every single top division season that he has taken part in, if I'm not mistaken, from season 6 all the way to season 10. But it looks like he's hungry for more. He can tuck into that slipstream, possibly get a win, because there's been a few occasions, one might point to Pomodoro or Buenos Aires, where he was in the mix to possibly get a win, and he's not quite out of it yet. But if he can pass Going with Chris 2, which isn't always the easiest to pass a driver running in the front, he would have to make up 1.5 seconds and some change to get up to the leaders, and then fight with them all the way to the end, because as we can see out in front, just because you're in front doesn't mean you can run away. Tiedrich and Menpifting separated by nothing for the opening 6 tours of this United States Grand Prix in Formula Roblox League Season 10 Division 1.
Yeah, but as you were lagging and Peter was jinxed it, T-Jerk is now 8 tenths ahead of Menpifting. So T-Jerk is definitely setting the ground now, but as we look at the times, yes, he's pretty much certainly the most fastest driver on the track right now, as he's ever so slightly pulling a gap from Menpifting. So with Going with Chris 2 under the back of Menpifting, he could be ruining his 1-2. But with all the pit stops and strategies coming into contention, you never know who's going to win, and that is the
yeah, in the name of full transparency, I think our internets aren't very compatible, because every time you say something, I have to wait like 10 seconds to hear it.
Yeah. I think
it comes out immediately, so that's why we keep coming out on top of each other, because I can't hear what you're saying until like 10 seconds later.
Yeah. Technology these days. But Menpifting is now built up about 4 tenths back on T-Jerk, so T-Jerk is definitely starting to fall back a bit more. But we also know that T-Jerk is typically faster in Sector 1. But Menpifting is faster in Sector 2 and Sector 3. But now they are keeping a steady gap, just about 7 tenths. But Going with Chris 2 is still under pressure from Play Games, as Saucy Imposter pits. So let's see what tires he goes on. Most drivers are currently running on the medium compound tire. And he goes onto the mediums. So possibly a 2-stop race for the Jaguar racing driver. But now, after the first 8 laps, T-Jerk is still your leader from Menpifting. Chris, he was still under pressure from Play Games, but is managing to hold it together so far. Very good job from him. Kit Kat, Sebastian Cato, T. Shelvin, XR33, Brawl Stars, Ava Flackies, Sussy, and Tax, completing the grid so far, rounding out the points. Gus, over to you, even though you might have lag. I'll wait for you. Gus. Wow, his internet sucks.
We're following now the the strategy in Going Me Chris 2 has done quite well to stay out this long and be in contention on those hard tires. We did see earlier Sussy and Imposter go from the soft to the mediums, and I believe that is the only stop so far. It is mediums for the front two runners, so they're going to be running the hard tire. They're going to have to pit earlier, and on a slipstream-based race, that's usually not quite so intuitive, but unlike a lot of other slip tracks, there are long sections of this track, prominent sections of this track, where slipstream can't really help you, such as this rough hairpin we're going through right now. Or the final sector with the turnpike chicane in it. Going Me Chris 2 then will be able to take the lead of this race for a while and then run the faster tire, one might say the alternate tire if you want to use American racing terms, near the end, while T-Jerk and Pifting will have to run primaries. Not sure when the optimal pit lap is. Most FRL drivers tend to split it pretty evenly in terms of 1/3, 2/3, or something quite like that. Sort of fractional numbering, and with that logic we probably will see the medium drivers in soon, but I imagine they might be able to extend out for a few more laps and run the hard tire, so probably we're going to see pit laps somewhere in the early mid-teens, unless some drivers want to go for some hard undercuts. But good job so far for Going Me Chris 2 on the slower, more primary tire to stick with his rivals and keep pace with them, because he'll have the option tire later on and possibly can go for that first win that he probably feels he should have gotten by now. Over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been seeing in the Discord chat that Going Me Chris 2 wants the win so badly. Hopefully you can get it here today, as you've said. But obviously now, but we know that how Confirmed Racing Squad is so dominant, and how we've seen them recently so dominant over this season 10. Going Me Chris 2 is going to have to put up a challenge, with also being under pressure by Play Games, who is only just over a second behind, still in the slipstream. But yeah, it seems that right now T-Jerk is still out in front and dominating.
It would not surprise me in any way if Going Me Chris 2 was a FRL champion of the future, but for now the FRL champion of Old Man Pifting, and a driver who has been in contention for a very long time, but still no championships to show for it. T-Jerk, he's been a man on a mission this season. One might even say his revenge arc, if you are so inclined, is T-Jerk trying to get his first title that he missed out on in Season 9 due to being unavailable with time to race, and another driver ran away with the title then. And in Season 8, when in heartbreaking scenario, a singular mistake near the end of the final Grand Prix of Season 8 cost him a title, which went to Man Pifting, still Man Pifting's most recent title this Season 8. And that was the final day in which game creator Wesley 1041 was in the booth. And by the way, Wesley, you are always welcome if you want to join us, but I know you have greater things that you are accomplishing, and we thank you for everything you've done for Formula Roblox League.
Absolutely. Even Formula Roblox as well, especially FRC League as well, which is also run on the off season. So if you want to join that, make sure you join the FRL Discord server, and yeah, you can enjoy in the racing as well as FRL. But for now, Man Pifting pits. And he goes on to the medium tires, so definitely he's pushing for the faster stint now. But T-Jerk out in front from Going Me Chris, Play Games, Sebastian, Kit Kat, XR Face. If you
And Pifting in, he has gone
yeah
for another set of mediums, so he is not one stopping today. It was definitely the one stop strategy that proved. It was borderline last season. We saw we couldn't go for that soft tire near the end.
What'd you say? You're lagging bad.
From my point of view, you are also lagging bad. I'm having to wait like 10 seconds to hear everything that you're saying. We apologize in the audience for any kind of awkward, clumsy commentary on my part or on the part of the stream, because our internets are not compatible whatsoever.
As T-Jack pits, T-Jack pits.
Quite
T-Jack pits.
all right. The one-stop strategy was borderline last season. I believe it was in Division 2 West. We saw it was Maxim recently banned from this league for what else halting. They can never help themselves. Who came to a shockingly dominant victory because he went for the one-stop. He was one of the only drivers who did, and he actually came under a lot of suspicion then. But other drivers on the one-stop had very good races. But the two-stop isn't impossible. If you can run your stints absolute max the entire time, you can make it work.
Yeah, T-Jack is on the mediums as well, so he's running a similar strategy to Man Pifting and also Kit Kat. So definitely most drivers today will not be going for the one stop and going for the two stop. But probably the exceptions of being Chris. Sebastian is still on his tires. Fair play to him. Yeah, so
Confirm Racing Squad tends to... It's quite rare to see them actually split strategies. They often do the same strategy. There was a few points this season where they have split the strategy. And one might argue that's to their detriment because it gives them less flexibility and also less competitive over each other, but clearly cooperative teammates in that regard.
yeah, as T. Shelvin pits now, and Man Pifting sets the fastest lap. I won for 23.2. Let's see how that compares. So the best sector of the best lap time of this race, is obviously Man Pifting, but the timing sheets are not updated. Interesting. But yeah, Man Pifting sets the fastest lap. So definitely them fresh tires will be burning and they'll be jumping up the hards, especially with the hards, front runners having to pit, especially their tires will be reaching their end of life now. But going to be Chris 2 is still out in front, just ahead of Play Games, Sebastian, and then Man Pifting on the mediums, XL33, T-Jerk just behind as well, Alpha Flacky's Brawl, and then a few momentarily seconds later, Kit Kat, Saucy, T. Shelvin just pitted, and Tax. Well, it seems, yeah, so Play Games jumps into the pits now. He's just stopping now. Let's see what he goes on to. He goes on to the soft compound tires. Wow, so definitely he's going for the fastest lap currently. But going with Chris 2, Sebastian, XR33, Alpha Flacky's Brawl have yet to stop. And also Tax as well. He might be trying to get the jump after that horrible first couple of laps, being over 20 seconds behind. But right now, it seems going with Chris 2 is still the driving force, but will get attacked by the likes of T-Jerk, Man Pifting, and possibly Play Games after the stops. But yeah, Gus, over to you.
Apologies for the delay there. We are seeing some interesting strategies converge here. Goimi Chris 2 is still the race leader, but he's been the better part of 2 seconds slower than Man Pifting, currently the danger man on this track. For the previous few laps, it was 1.5 a few laps ago. It was about 1.9 the last lap. His last lap, 125.6 for Goimi Chris 2. Last lap, 123.5 for Man Pifting. So that is just over 2 seconds faster each lap. Goimi Chris 2 currently leads Man Pifting by 5 seconds. Now 4.8, that gap is coming down all the time. Bless me. But Goimi Chris 2 does have control a bit more control of the strategy on when he can pit, as he's extending these tires for a while, and he will be on the mediums till the end. But men pifting will have to make another stop, most likely for the soft tire, near the end of this race. There are about 14 laps remaining, so it'll be interesting to see how these strategies converge. One extra stop and a longer lasting tire, or a much later stop with a much faster tire. That is the name of the game here in New Jersey.
Yep. But man, Pifting is definitely on the roll now on non-medium tires. But I wonder when they're actually going to stop. Are they trying to go all the way to the end? Because if they are, that's crazy. But definitely they're going to have to pit somewhere soon. Wow, he's still going. Fair play to them, but they're going to have to be very careful. Now, man, Pifting is on the back of Sebastian. So definitely their tires will be degrading. So right now it seems confirmed racing squad maybe on for a strong 1-2 here again, with them on the fresher tires. As play game sets the fastest. Wow, 1:23.0 blew out the park. Wow, he's setting down the benchmark, but obviously on the soft tires it's well expected, but still, wow, great lap from him. That will definitely help his points tally after the stops. But right now, going Chris 2 is still your lead out in front, but with the strategies and everything to play for, let me not jinx it, but at the end of this race, I presume it will most likely be a 1-2 finish for confirmed racing squad. Over to you, Gus.
The commentator's curse is a very real thing, no matter how delayed it is. Going Chris 2 is still the race leader, but will likely be caught by man pifting for the next few laps. Those hard tires starting to give up the ghost. Does he come in? No, he stays out once again. Going Chris 2 is going long. Could he possibly be trying to go onto a set of softs? It's quite a stretch. I think he's going to try to pit onto mediums and keep them into a relatively optimal window the entire time. As we see Ava Flackies comes into the pits, at least at the time that I'm saying this. See how his stop goes for the number 19. Passes all of his boxes.
He does it very well.
Stops well on his marks. He's on the hard tire. He goes onto the medium. So he's one of the first people to bail from the hard tire onto the mediums. His tax in the 32 is also entering pit lane. Let's see how the Lozatos driver does. There are points on the board here for everybody due to the attendance today, but I'm sure he's going to want more than 1 point. Great stop for him, right on his marks, onto the medium tire for the 32. And he is out, and he is well and truly far away from the leader, so he won't have to worry about being blue flagged here today in New Jersey due to the length of the track. Going Chris 2 and man pifting are 1 second apart on track as it stands currently, running down the long straight into the downtown section where the infamous turnpike chicane lies. And chances are man pifting will take the lead of this lap on to this point. Will that be an indicator to Going Chris 2 that he needs to make his stop now, because he is now converging with the leaders who have already stopped? Let's watch what the Swift GP driver does.
Yes, he goes into the pit lane now. So, man Pifting will now jump into the lead. But let's focus on Going Chris 2 for now and Sebastian. They jump into the pit lane. Let's see how they get the pit boxes. As we hold our breaths, Going Chris 2 seems to does it well. He goes onto the mediums. Sebastian gets it right as well. He goes onto the mediums. XR33 does it well. He goes into the mediums. Everyone just seems to be going from mediums to hards or hard to mediums. Seems that that's the strat today. But currently man Pifting is your leader over 1.5 seconds over TJ. But 6 seconds over to play games. But definitely now play games, with him running on soft tires, he's going to have to box again. So maybe my commentator's curse is about to come to life here. But yeah, it will come to life. But right now it seems that there's a good battle for P4 between Chris, KitKat and possibly Catal just over. No, not Catal. Sebastian. Yeah, good battle between Chris and Kit Kat for P4. So definitely all to play for. With going with Chris 2 on the fresher tyres, he could be hoping to jump back into P3, which he will do. But I think now the race win is just jumping out of his sights, especially with the Comfort Racing Squad drivers pulling away from the rest of the field. Gus, over to you.
They are pulling away from the field, but they went from a set of mediums to a set of mediums. We do have a rule here in Formula ROBLOX League. On a fully dry race, you must fit 2 different dry compounds. The Confirmed Racing Squad drivers owe the field another pit stop. They're likely trying to get into the soft tire window. Gomi Chris 2 is currently 13 seconds back. I'm not entirely sure what the pit stop differential here is, but because of the general high-speed nature of the track, it can be relatively punishing, but it is a nice short pit lane with a difficult entry. Gomi Chris 2 could still be in with a shot at this. Likely, he is going to be out in front again, but once again, with 2 Confirmed Racing Squad drivers on faster tires behind, it's a matter of holding them off. We'll see if they're going to come in with this on this lap. They are starting together, and they are still fighting together. Manpifting stays out, and T-Jerk stays out. So currently, Goemi Chris 2 is catching these 2 drivers as it stands, as he is on the fresher rubber, slowly diminishing what that pit stop punishment will be for Manpifting and T-Jerk. They're going to have to time this absolutely perfectly if they are going to take this win, but the Confirmed Racing Squad team has proved themselves to be masters of precision, so don't be surprised if they manage to pull that off. We'll see what happens as we enter the final phases of this New Jersey Grand Prix.
Yeah, 9 laps left. T-Jerk and Manpifting, they're battling like it's 2014 Bahrain Grand between Lewis and Rosberg. But definitely, yeah, as you said, Chris could be in the shower here, but he's going to have to get his head down now. But he's gaining 2 seconds, almost, yeah, pretty much 2 seconds per lap. So definitely playing in his hands so far. But we know what the Confirmed Racing Squad are like. But with them tucked into slipstream, they are minimizing their damage. But yeah, but let's focus on back on the midfield now. Sebastian and Kit Kat are having a great battle for P5 and P6. Seems that Sebastian fell off from Chris as they were just a couple, like 1 or 2 seconds behind. Was it 1 or 2 laps ago? But now Sebastian's fallen off and now is under pressure from Kit Kat. So definitely not the best of races for Sebastian. And T. Shelvin's running a P7. Very quiet race for him. As now the gap is down to just over 10 seconds. Let's see who's setting the pace so far. It seems to be Chris. No. Well, yeah, Chris so far, theoretically speaking. So, yeah, Chris is definitely a shout here with the win, according to the lap times. And after the pit stops, it could be all to play for. But let's see what lap they pit in and how they do it. Because as we've seen before, in Division 2, Rip David bashed the wall in Pomodoro and had the worst of exits, was running in P3 if I'm correct, and fell down to P6 at the end of the race correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, dropped down to P6. So definitely if you have a bad pit entry, you're finished. But let's see if they manage to get it right and possibly get the race win here today, as Play Games jumps into the pits. Let's see how he does his pit entry. After some compound tires, he'll most likely end up going under mediums to end up going to the end of the race. But no, he stays on soft tires. So very interesting. His tires are going to be done by the end, as Kit Kat also pits as well. He goes into the soft compound tires. So it seems that This both Scuderia squadron drivers are going for similar strategies here today, or possibly just be going for the fastest lap. As Pro Masters makes a mistake down into T1, he's now going to be under pressure from KitKat running in P10. KitKat could get some more points if he gets his head down, as he's only a couple of seconds behind P7, P6 I believe. Yeah, P6. So definitely he could jump up the charts if he gets his head down on them soft compound tires. But with all the degradation and the long straights and heavy braking zones after the long straights. Oh, and Confirmed Racing Squad now jump into the pit lane. Both of them at the same time. They get their pit entry right. How about the pit boxes? Let's see. As we now start the 24th lap. Oh, man 15 goes a bit off, but won't hamper him too much. As Going with Chris 2 now jumps into the lead. But we shall stay with TJEC for now. They both exit the pit lane well as well. And just behind Sebastian, who is currently done a one stop. So possibly he may be going to the end. But as Gus has said before, with them on the fresher tires and the soft compound tires as well, so definitely they could be going for the win today. With only 6 laps left, it's all to play for. But let's see, can Going with Christie fend them off and get the win, or will he succumb to the Confirmed Racing Squad aura? Over to you, Gus.
Nothing is confirmed as to avoid any kind of pun so far, but it is a 6 and a bit second gap to Going Me Chris 2. He's going to have to put in some monster laps on this medium tire and hope that this soft tire's livelihood is not as long as possibly the Confirmed Racing Squad drivers want to be, or they possibly fall into some mistakes with their newfound grip. As it stands now, they're going to be catching him at an absolute rate of flame here. Going Me Chris 2 is your race leader, but we'll see how long that can last if he can hold it off. But the soft tire is not immortal. Right now, the Confirmed Racing Squad drivers, as they have been so often this season, are the danger men right now on the fastest tire. Expect to see a battle for the fastest lap between them. If Manpifting finishes anywhere close to T-Jerk, he cannot be confirmed the champion at this race, according to my numbers. So that fight will likely have to go on to the next round, if not the season finale. But there is a tight fight going on for the win here at this race. Going Me Chris 2 leading on an alternate one-stop strategy. T-Jerk and Manpifting chasing on a two-stop strategy. Manpifting has set the fastest first sector of this race and has already pulled 1 second out from Going Me Chris 2 out in front with about 5 laps remaining. This is going to be tight. This is going to be close. Let's see who can win here in America.
Absolutely. As we should stick with Manpifting now, obviously you said before he's set the fastest first sector. We could be heading into the 121s here today. Let's wait and see. He I think Gus the Goose has just disconnected. If I'm correct. No, he has not disconnected. This is my... Sorry, I'll be 1 moment. I'm having some technical difficulties.
I have not. I'm still here. I'm just having trouble getting your stream up. I've been watching the Roblox game anyway.
Alright, no worries. Excuse me. Anyway, back to the racing. And yes, we are well into the 122s now. As Manpifting sets the fastest lap, 122.6. So yes, definitely the Confirmed Racing Squad drivers are the fastest on track right now. Well, they seem to neck and neck, so definitely a slipstream will help them. Now they'll jump up to P2 and P3, so they've jumped Sebastian after the stops. But Sebastian has a comfortable gap over Play Games in P5, just about 6 seconds. So definitely he could be on for a strong finish here. But it seems T-Jerk and Manpifting are setting the pace here. Going with Christie is going to have to get his head down now, as the gap keeps going up. Almost a 10th per corner. with 3 laps left. Could go with Chris do it. Oh, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be tight. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be nail biting. Be on the edge of your seats, people. Now it's down to 1.7. Going with Chris 2. He's feeling the cookness. He's feeling the fire. He's feeling the blood from the confirmed racing squad drivers. Will he fumble? Oh. I mean, going with Christie will be happy with the P3 result here, which he possibly might get. But anything can still happen, as Gus has said. But right now, Gus is, not Gus, Chris is still your leader by just over 5 tenths. Over to you, Gus.
I wish I was the Division 1 race leader, but alas, that's not how it went. He won't just be feeling the pressure now, he'll likely be feeling the air coming off the front wing of the two confirmed racing squads. They're right on top of him. They might just get him into this next corner. The soft tire has not expired, and the pit lane time punishment has not been significant as they possibly anticipated. Going into these corners, entering the third sector, T-Jerk Boy takes the lead of the American Grand Prix in Formula Roblox League Season 10 Division 1. Man Pifting is tucking into the back of Going Me Chris 2, into the turnpike chicane. It's Man Pifting out in front. The soft tire is proving every bit as reliable as it needs to be. Confirmed Racing Squad 1-2 with Going Me Chris 2 in third, as it has been so many times this season. Over to you.
Absolutely now. So it seems possibly now with the confirmed racing squad on the soft tires now, coming Chris 2 will be hoping and probably will be getting a best result. They're hoping sorry, I stumbled on my words. We'll be praying for a P3 finish and hope he doesn't make any more mistakes or doesn't make any mistakes actually that will hamper him and cause Sebastian to take his place and jump onto the podium. But right now it seems the grid might be set, but let's focus on midfield now. We're just 2 laps left. This is still all to play for. Confirmed racing squad are not budging, still only separated by most of the time only by 2 tenths. But let's focus on the midfield for a bit. There's still a good battle for P6 between XR33 and Alva Flackies, with KitKat just falling behind, so he's jumped 2 places. Great stint from him. Saucy Imposters. So Saucy Imposters not having the best of races, running in P12 as he goes extremely wide, but he's still in the points, which will still help them in the constructors if needed be. But so far, Man Pifting is setting down the pace, and with just over 1 lap left to the checkered white flag, Man Pifting is your leader and dominating this race so far, which is unexpected to me because I was thinking that TJ may dominate this race. But as we all know, anything can happen and anything can play out in Formula Roblox League. Over to you, Gus.
T-Jerk had a bit of a scruffy third sector in that last lap. He was actually about a second slower than Going Me Chris 2 in that last sector. Still has superior grip on his tire, so was able to overtake him again. But we are seeing T-Jerk kind of struggle a bit, and that's no threat for Going Me Chris 2 in terms of T-Jerk, but Man Pifting is still a very active threat to T-Jerk on the exact same strategy. T-Jerk's really going to have to tuck in here if he wants to take the win at this race. Currently not set to be confirmed champion. It's a 35-point gap entering this race from T-Jerk to Man Pifting. He would need a 58-point gap that's outscoring Man Pifting by 23 points in order to take the championship today. It looks like it will likely not happen, but he is now under pressure to take the win. Man Pifting starting to get more wins in the latter half of the season, it would seem, than in the first half. We're coming round to the final corners now. Let's for the penultimate lap. White flag, sponsored by a blue moon in the eyes of Man Pifting.
Yep. Seems he's got this in the bag. But he's now under pressure from T-Jerk, as you said. Well, Man Pifting, hold on. Let's see. As we ride on board with the British driver. who has been very confident recently, scoring very good points, obviously, with the 1-2s. But here today, he's going for the win to help his championship chances. As Gus has said, he's under pressure from the straight, on the straight from T-Jerk. He's now down to 5/10 from 6/10. Going down 4/10. Man Pifting is going to have to defend like a lion. Can he do it? Down to 2/10 now. As we head into sector 3, this is going to be a photo finish. As we shall head down
no
to the...
lions in the land of the United States, no lion in New Jersey. It's the land of the junkyard dog. Who's got the bigger growl? Who's got the bigger snarl? Man Pifting, can he hold off T-Jerk coming to the line? Here in the United States of America, Man Pifting holds off his championship rival. And
yes!
will outscore T-Jerk.
Man Pifting gets the win.
Another P3 for Going Me Crits 2. Sebastian Coteau will get a strong 4th place finish.
As Play Games gets a good result as well. P5 for him. Good result. P5 and P6. Great race. As XR3 just misses out on P6. T. Shelvin is in P9. P10 for Brawl Stars. Tax in P11. Sussy Imposter, who crashed into the wall for some reason, is going to be the last to cross the line, over a minute behind off Man Pifting finishing the race. But it seems Sussy Imposter is trolling. Just finish the race. Everyone wants to go and do their thing.
I think he went for the softs early on, I think, and his strategy just completely didn't work for him. So now he's just enjoying this interesting street track, I suppose. Let's watch the number 17 come across the line to take a points finish here today. Oh, bumper cars. Let's see, Imposter 2 crosses the line in V12.
No, he does not cross the line.
He doesn't. He lines up on the grid.
And he crosses the line.
Can he make it? Yes, he has the fuel to make it. Thank you, Sussy Imposter, for being extremely annoying. We love you, brother.
I thought he was going to do something similar to Schmeikos in Rio by reversing across the line.
Well, I was teammates with Schmeikos. I know all about his antics in terms of how he crosses lines.
Yeah, Schmeikos is a very
He finished
funny...
a race in a wall once, and he still finished ahead of me.
FRL can be a very interesting and funny league. Anyway, after that very interesting race, pardon my throat, after that very interesting race between all the D1 drivers pretty much here today, except for, especially for the top 3, what are your thoughts on today's New Jersey Street Circuit race here in Division 1? Over to you, Gus.
It unfolded in a very interesting manner in the middle of the race, but somewhat settled down to expected sorts of results near the end. Though I have to say, Sebastian Coteau has had a much better second half of his campaign so far than first half. He was on the podium, a few rounds ago. If not, I think it was last round, actually. P4 here. Very strong results for him in what are his final races in his Forming the Roblox League career. Wish him all the best in whatever he pursues in the future. Man Pifting taking the win was definitely unexpected because it looked like, for all the world, it was T-Jerk's race. So if I had to pick a driver of the day, it would probably be him or Seb Coteau. I'm not sure. Why don't you tell... my name is Gus the Goose. I'll see you when Formula X returns, and I'll leave you with an excellent drive to sign off today.
Yeah, I forgot to ask about my driver of the day, but yeah, my driver of the day will also be Man Pifting as well, especially with him picking the pretty much perfect strategy and jumping Going Me Christy, but also Going Me Christy managed to do well, holding them off for a couple of laps and finishing in P3. Very strong result for him. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for all tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen, in FRL Division 10. Season 10 Division 1. I am Excellent Drive, and my partner in crime today was Gus the Goose. See you all later today, or wherever you live, for Division 2 West. See you